Ever feel like your English is good, but maybe not quite right?
Hmm.
Like you put in the hours, you know the vocabulary, but um, something's still a bit off.
Yeah, that's a really common frustration.
Well, you're definitely not alone. We're doing a deep dive today, looking at a really interesting video. It pinpoints some of those sneaky English mistakes that even, advanced learners sometimes make.
Exactly. And the best part is, it's not just about finding the mistakes. We're
Right.
talking about how to actually fix them, how to nail them so your English feels more natural.
Okay, let's get into it. The first one is a classic, I think. I am agree. It sounds logical if you're coming from certain languages, maybe?
It does, structurally. But in English, agree is just a verb. It expresses your state.
So no be verb needed.
Nope. You just say, I agree. Adding I am is, well, it's redundant. It's probably one of the most frequent slip-ups, often, like you said, from that first language influence.
Makes total sense. Okay, another grammar one.
Mm.
More taller. I hear this quite a bit. It just sounds a little off.
It is off, yeah. Because the er suffix on taller already means more tall.
Ah,
So saying more taller is basically like saying more tall. You just don't need it.
so it's simply taller than me.
Exactly. Cleaner, more efficient grammatically.
Right. Now let's talk phrasal verbs. Oh boy, these can be tricky. The video mentions look after versus say look over or check out.
Yes, this is a great example. Look after specifically means to take care of someone or something, like a child or a pet.
Okay.
But if you mean you're going to examine a document or review something, you say, look over it or maybe check it out.
So if you say I'll look after the report tomorrow, that sounds like you're babysitting the report.
Pretty much, when you probably mean you'll review it or examine it. Subtle difference, big change in meaning.
Definitely. Another pair, put off and put out. They sound similar,
But totally different meanings. Put off means to postpone something, to delay it.
like putting off a meeting.
Exactly.
Right.
Whereas put out is specifically for extinguishing a fire.
Yeah.
Put out a candle, put out a campfire.
Got it. Mixing those up could be slightly alarming, depending on the context.
Definitely could lead to some confusion, yeah.
The video also brought up translation errors, things that happen when you translate directly from your native language. I have cold versus I'm cold.
Mm-hmm. This is apparently quite common for Turkish speakers, the video noted, but it happens elsewhere too. Languages just frame things differently.
Also,
Well, I have cold in English means you possess the illness, like you've caught a cold, the sniffles, the cough.
right, the sickness.
Yeah. But if you're just describing the feeling, the sensation of low temperature, you say, I'm cold. It's about your current state of being.
Ah, state of being versus having an illness. Okay. And what about I want that you come? I feel like I've heard variations of this.
Yeah, that's another common structure issue. English prefers things a bit more directly here.
So not I want that.
No. The standard structure is I want you to come. You follow want directly with the person, then to plus the verb, I want him to call. I want them to understand.
Much smoother. Okay, so we've identified some common pitfalls. How do we actually, fix these ingrained habits? The video had advice, right?
It did some really actionable stuff. A big one is learning common phrases and sentence patterns as whole chunks.
Not just isolated words.
Exactly. Treat them like building blocks. Also, keeping a notebook for new expressions you encounter and actually reviewing it regularly. That reinforcement is key.
Makes sense. Build your own phrase book almost. What else?
Immerse yourself. Talk with native speakers whenever possible. Pay attention not just to what they say, but how they structure their sentences.
Active listening.
Definitely. And watching English TV shows, listening to podcasts like this one, that really helps tune your ear. And then crucially, try using those new phrases yourself. Actively put them into practice.
So quick recap.
Yeah.
We hit grammar issues like I am agree, phrasal verbs like look after versus look over, and those translation traps like I have cold.
And the core message is really about awareness and consistent active practice. That's how you overcome these common hurdles.
So for you listening right now, did any of these sound familiar? Maybe a mistake you've made or heard? Recognizing them is honestly the biggest first step.
Absolutely. And remember, these aren't failures. They're just opportunities to refine your English, which might already be really good.
Totally. It's about getting from good to great, maybe.
Mm-hmm. So here's something to think about. What's one other subtle English point, maybe a specific word pair or a tricky preposition that you've personally found confusing? Maybe focus on that this week. See how native speakers use it. That targeted approach can really accelerate your progress.